What up, world? Back again. It is the Country Rap Report. Yours truly, Vic XL.
What up? What you doing, Spank?
And y'all know what you're watching. Country Rap Report. We are the show that gives you guys our opinion, our reviews, our expertise on some of the hottest and not so hottest country rap videos in the country. We introduce the genre to artists and introduce artists to the genre. But we also, in 2022, decided to give you guys more. We decided to give you something called AMA. Basically, we found that there are a lot of questions that need to be answered in this genre, and we figured that we can add our expertise to helping answer those questions. So we always encourage and ask artists or fans of the genre to inbox us, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, or send us an email with your questions, and you can remain anonymous, and we will do our best to answer those questions for you guys. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, today you're watching an episode of AMA, Ask Me Anything, the music industry playbook. All right, this is opportunity where we respond. This is it. This is when we respond to the questions you guys have sent. So we're gonna jump right into it.
I got a question.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and jump this one out of the way so I can get it off my screen. Question. This was sent via the chat that we do on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday when we debut. This person asked, should artists that are starting out focus on getting a buzz on places like Instagram and TikTok, and does that help their numbers with music?
Okay, my answer to that is yes. Matter of fact, social media is a full-time job. And I know a lot of artists in the country rap genre might have jobs, but you need to, this is just my opinion, Spank might differ. Most social media is free. Mm-hmm. So to me, being available on every form, to me, there's a Ridin Durty page on damn near every free streaming site known, even though maybe I haven't ever streamed a song or music there. But to me, in order to enhance your brand, I think you need to be everywhere. Everywhere. Because you never know where your fan base is coming from. We have a lot of people, like myself, we'll find new social media platforms and we'll jump on them because maybe we'll get popular there quicker than we will somewhere else. There's an app now, I'm gonna put this out there. There's an app called Fanbase. And mm-hmm. I've noticed that I haven't seen not one country rap artist there. Okay. So to me, as a country rap artist, why not set up a profile? Why not even if you're duplicating your posts? Because that's what I do. I duplicate my posts. But even if you're duplicating your posts, and I'm not against duplicating your posts everywhere on all platforms. Okay. Because you don't know where your fan base is coming from. This is a very, very big world. Some people like Twitch. Some people like TikTok. Some people like YouTube. To me, to build your career, I think you attack all those free platforms first. I think an artist who's definitely benefited from these platforms is Jessie B. Mm-hmm. I think Jessie B basically tackled the platform, started to build her name even before she released any music. I also think artists should incorporate these platforms and do giveaways. Shout out your followers, because believe it or not, people like attention. People like knowing if they held up a sign of you or anything that incorporates you, that you will share it on their page. People like being a part of your story. So to me, especially in this genre, which is very, very bluegrass and hands-on, yes, build your career on the social media platforms. If you're recording, talk about the recording process. Take the people in the studio with you. Listen to the beat. Whatever you can do, to me, incorporate social media and those followers. And then when you release music, it's easier to sway them to it. There's an artist, his last name is Webb. I discovered him on TikTok. Mm-hmm. He's a singer, but he has a record that he just done, a country rap record, that I am so anxious for him to come out with this record, because I've watched him do 3 videos on TikTok building this record.
Mm-hmm.
So me, as a grown person, he's sucked me in. He's sucked. So, and the record is so dope, Spank. It made me go listen to his other music.
Okay.
And he's a country singer, but the first post that came on my timeline was him, like, I think I just made a hit, but it's country rap.
Mm-hmm.
And he just done maybe 4 bars of it in the beat. And his wife comes in the room and she's like, oh my God, this gonna be. So that in turn, his name is Jay Webb. Okay. Jay Webb. On TikTok, he has 266,000 followers.
Mm.
But basically, he just gives us everyday life of him creating music. And in turn, I've shared his music on the Ridin Durty platform just by him sucking me in off of him building a record. So to answer that question, I think, yes, incorporate every free platform you can to enhance your brand, because you can't go wrong.
Well, I agree with you. Now comes the how. Because
they didn't ask that question.
No, I know, but they need to figure out how to do that, because I'm partial to Instagram. I used to be partial to Facebook. I used to be partial to Twitter. I used to be partial to Plurk. I used to be partial to the Ning. I used to be partial to Ning. Like there's been, everybody has their quote unquote favorites of social media networks, and you tend to use your favorite, or you tend to spend more time on your favorite than you do the other sites. The issue with artists, and this question was asked, we're answering it, but a lot of artists are not going to listen, just based off of the feedback that I typically get over in hip hop. When you start telling them, like, look, you need to be on social media more, and the reply is, man, I don't do that social media thing. Well, bro, you don't do music then, because without social media in 2022, your music will only go as far as your reach, and that is genuinely how far you can reach. And whoever you can give it to, the next person, eventually that's going to stop. But with social media, your reach becomes billions instantly. So they got to figure out how to reach these people. Now, we did another post and another one, but I'll refresh you now. You need to be on the main 3, which is Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And
I'll ask you a question.
Uh-huh.
How do you, and I'm just because, how do you feel about MySpace? Because now MySpace went majority music. I'm just throwing that out there because you mentioned Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And first of all, I do agree, but I don't know about Twitter. I say Facebook, Instagram, TikTok.
I can't do TikTok yet because I'm trying to simplify it and make it real basic for artists. If you do those 3, you can post on Instagram and it'll push to Facebook and Twitter. So now you're on 3 networks, but you're really starting with 1. So you're multiplying your reach from 0 to 1 to immediately it's going to 3. Without that, you won't have any foundation. Now, once you create a profile on Facebook, you're able to go to all of the other networks that are out there, and you can log into those networks with your Facebook. And some of those other networks allow for the status updates that you're posting on Facebook to be on their network. So if you link it, now you're able to go Instagram, post to Twitter and Facebook, and then that Facebook pushes to those other social media networks that are out there. So now you are pushing your reach from 1 to 3 to potentially 5 to 10 and 15, possibly 20, depends on how many of those networks will accept the direct post from Facebook. You need to find those networks that do that first, because most of y'all are lazy. And I'm not saying that in a negative way, but most of y'all don't want to do the work that it takes to be able to do the social media promotions. It takes a minimum of 30 minutes, maybe an hour to 2 hours a day for you to do it right. If you don't have the time to do that or have someone to do it for you, then a quick 5 to 10 minutes, you're able to create an Instagram post and then that Instagram post, does everything else that I just talked about, it being able to do to push to those other networks. But you can't, you need to dedicate a time in the day to be able to do that. Let's keep it real simple. Let's do it every day at 4:20. You know, and that's it's a good time for y'all, because you know, whenever you hear that number, you're always thinking of something, but you need to be thinking about posting to social media. So if you did that every day, one post, now you're populating your pages. Now you're staying active. Now you're engaging people that are out there. Well, you're engaging them. They haven't engaged you back. Once they start engaging you back and they start interacting, which is commenting and liking or disliking or whatever they do, story emojis, then you have to take a little bit more time to just reply back to that. You know, but it starts with you pushing the information out there first before you're able to do all this other stuff. But most of you aren't doing that first. If you do that, by the time that you do this on a regular basis and be consistent, because consistency is our issue over here in this genre. Once you do that consistently, then you're able to start filtering out music. You know, you can, you know, start whetting their appetite with previews of songs, do some behind the scenes stuff of creating songs. Like Vic said the dude was doing on TikTok. Do all of that stuff, and you can do it in a very slow and meticulous way, so that if you did it once a day, and typically you used to be able to do this every 10 days, because our attention span used to be somewhere between a 7 to 15 day span. Now that attention span is dwindled down to like a week, well, less than a week, 4 to 5 day attention span. But we used to be able to do this every 10 days. And if you did it every 10 days, all you need was 30 posts for the entire year. You just schedule those in whatever app that you had that you was using to do your social media management. And for 30 posts throughout the entire year, you can have all of those posts done within a week. And then you just schedule it out, you know, and then it drops on all these social media networks for you using your app or the software that you were using. You definitely need to get on the big three. You need to search to see what networks pull in other feeds from either one of the big three, so you can be lazy and push all of that network, all of that stuff through there. And you need to start gathering material to what you want to post. That could be just album covers. That could be behind the scenes stuff. It's just as simple as you just posting about what you're doing at the time, just so people can feel like they are a part of your life. It is really that simple. People are nosy as hell. Like, we're still living in a reality TV age. People want to look at you to see what you're doing behind the curtain, so they can feel like they're a part of that. But if you're not showing them any of that, then they're not going to feel like they're a part of it. So they're going to feel like, you know, this is a money grab, or this is some sort of disingenuous effort for you to come over there, gather fans, and then disappear on them. Like, don't do any of that. Just engage. And that all of the engagement starts with you doing. And then once you start getting some reaction from other people, then you react back, and now you're building your community. But it all starts with you doing it from the beginning. Yeah.
While we're doing this, I'm trying to log into my MySpace.
Bro, I don't even know if I can log into my MySpace. I don't remember my log. It was probably a Yahoo account that I used to log into MySpace. You get in?
Huh?
You get in?
I had to download. They got too much stuff going on.
Yeah, I ain't trying to get in that fast.
They got too much stuff going on with their...
I don't even know if you can still log in with your old stuff. Like, they might have, I think that stuff got dumped and you were supposed to go in and get your stuff.
I found my page.
I ain't going in there, bro. Is there a hip hop encounter page? I'll do when we get off this. We just continue with more questions.
All right, next, this is a question. This is a question. Okay, so say I'm an artist and I go live, or I post videos. Say I've gotten my followers up to the point where I can monetize. Mm-hmm. Say I go live on Facebook and I go live on YouTube. Mm-hmm. So all of a sudden I'm contacted by Abib, who's in a country that I don't know, mm-hmm. and he wants to enhance my streams but charge me. Is that mm-hmm. something I should do as an artist? Because he tells me I can make money.
I wouldn't do it. Well, it depends on what you want to do. And I'm being as genuine as possible with this. If you're doing it just to make money, then yeah, do it. If it's profitable. If it's not profitable, then don't do it. If you're doing this to gather real fans and a sincere fan base to grow the business, then don't do it. Keep that as organic as possible. Or you can do a mixture of both and do a little bit here on one side and still do the genuine stuff over there. Whatever you're comfortable with. But I'm not one of those. I can't be one of those people that's against that stuff, because for years in the hip hop industry, I was that guy that helped move stuff along inorganically. So I'm not going to ever be the person to say not to do it or make an attempt to be able to do it. But yeah, if the opportunity, weigh your options to see if the opportunities are, one, if they're real, because a lot of that stuff be scams. And two, if it's going to be profitable. If it's not going to be profitable, you need to wait to see if it's going to be at least be some benefit to you.
Can they steal your information? Like, say an artist decides to do it, because we want to protect them as well.
Right.
Say they decide to do it. What do you advise the best form of payment without being hacked?
Well, the hacking comes in if you have to give them your login and password, which is a red flag, because most of these techniques that can be done, they don't need to be on the inside. Those are marketing companies that need that stuff, and they're genuinely posting as you. What people think that it's you making regular posts, but those are scheduled posts from the marketing company. I would not recommend giving out your login and password to anybody. I think last I heard, most of these social media platforms were getting ready to set up like account admins. I know Facebook does that, but it'll be something similar to what Facebook does for their pages, where you can add administrators, but you'll still be the owner. And these administrators have certain rights, and they can go in and post as you and do other stuff. But you should look for other companies in the future to start doing that for these particular reasons, so they can get somebody else to come in and post. Okay.
All right.
We had a skit thing that we were supposed to go over, but we touched on this during.
Did you reach out to him?
I did, and he didn't reply back. But we touched on this in a review with a review from Marcotti. At the beginning of his video, there was a promoter that called, and the promoter was trying to get the artist to pay for a performance so they can, quote unquote, get more fans. And we said that we want to talk about it a little bit more in an AMA, and this is that AMA. I think we need to understand pay to play in hip hop is necessary. In hip hop, it's almost a rite of passage. In hip hop, it's if you don't do pay to play, then you are not going to be taken serious. I don't know what it looks like over here in country rap. And this is me being truthfully honest. I don't know if you need to pay to play. I think because everything over here that we're doing is genuine and on the grassroots, blue collar level, the pay to play just seems so fake, And if there was, and this is an idea how it would work. And in that example, you used T.I. as an example, but in the country rap space, let's say Ryan Upchurch is doing a concert, and as the promoter, you control the stage. And that Ryan Upchurch is only going to need like an hour and a half on the stage, but you got the stage for like 6 hours. So for, those other 3.5 hours, you trying to fill the stage. And you're also trying to generate more revenue. So you start selling stage spots, to open up right before Ryan Upchurch is $1,000. Before that, it's $800. And as it goes down further away from the headliner, but the closer you get to the headliner, you have to pay more to be able to perform in front of those people, because those people know that he's a headliner. So they'll be paying attention to the stage, and you'll be supposedly be in front of more fans, and you'll be able to get more fans or borrow some of his fans because they're all there to see him, and you are paying to be in front of those people. I've never been a fan of pay to play, but I also understand that you had to do it in rap. I've done it for many of my artists that I was managing and or consulting with. I don't know, again, if that has its place over here. So I'm torn on that, on what or how we need to go about responding to that.
Well, but we've also talked about, because we've had someone ask, matter of fact, on our first AMA about paying to get on playlists. And is that important in the country rap genre, or has a effective enough country rap playlist been created that you should pay to get on?
Right, but I think we're basing these patterns off of traditionally hip hop practices. Like we're allowing that fugazi stuff to dictate what we do over here, when if from the rip we never do it, then why should we allow it to be part of our practices, if that makes sense?
I agree. Because we don't have a lot of questions.
No, we don't. We just wanted to go off of the head of what we had. I mean, this ain't got to be a long episode. We just want to get straight to the point, because I mean, when they ask enough and we give them enough of the feedback, I think it's about responding to their questions and giving a suitable answer that will be industry applicable. And a lot of times they don't have that resource over here, or they'll talk to somebody who's just as naive as they are, and now it's the blind leading the blind, and that's never a good situation.
Well, again, back to the initial question. Social media takes a lot of work, and Spank is 100% correct, especially with Instagram having the integration of being able to multi-post.
Yes.
At least one post covers 3 spots: Twitter and Facebook.
Well, I think it's about 6 spots, bro, for real.
The Instagram post?
No, yeah, but they're looking. You have to look in the settings, and the reason even though you don't know of those other networks, you still need to sign up for those other networks if you can. I think 2 of them's like Japanese. I think Roku or Rolu or something like that, but it's in. I'll show it. It's in the settings.
I just know, like, and then like we have these streaming platforms now, like your Bigos, like your Twitches, like your 17 Stream, and those places have fans, and those people like to watch your life, so to me, if I was an artist, I definitely would do the streaming thing, because these people have their favorite, and like I said, I'm learning that people gravitate to newer apps because they feel like they can get their rides faster.
Okay.
Like TikTok. Like you have people that became famous on TikTok that we had never heard of on Instagram or Facebook. And I look at all the artists that are building their careers off of TikTok.
Where is this stuff? Well, artists, music discovery, the number 1 music discovery platform right now is TikTok, and TikTok beat YouTube. YouTube used to be that spot, but now it's TikTok. And
I think TikTok is beating YouTube, hence YouTube creating shorts, because
right.
TikTok made it short. If I'm an artist, all I gotta do is upload a 56-second video and get the same effectiveness, especially with YouTube being so hard to monetize.
Right.
Like, right. So it's just faster. But I'm just a firm believer. Like, I'm looking on my phone right now, right?
Hey.
And I have accounts with 17 Stream. I have accounts with Fanbase. I'm on 8 Tracks, which is a music platform. I just downloaded the MySpace app, which I'm gonna I can't get in my account. I'm really trying to find a picture on MySpace. That's the only reason I'm there. But I just think, man, it's a job. Even if you get one of your children or someone to help you with it, it's effective, and it's effective to post daily.
Agreed.
That way,
these are the connected accounts:
Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, Tumblr. I don't know. I don't know any of those. I don't know any of those after WhatsApp.
Okay, most of those are foreign. But if you can sign up for them anyway. Tumblr is a micro blogging site, and it's perfect for what Instagram does. But my Instagram pushes those 3 every time I post. I can't even fucking access my Twitter right now. Truth be told, I can't even log in. And my Tumblr, I can't get in that bitch either. But I still push from here to there because there are people that only want to use Tumblr, and that is their favorite. And the whole reason we keep talking about this, because people have their favorites. I found it, beta. I got it. because these people have their favorites. If you are not there, they won't find you. We seem to have this misconception that just because we throw it out there on the internet, people will come and find you.
Yes.
No, that is not how it happens. You need to go to them. So you know that, at one time, 2 of these used to be my favorite, and one Instagram. I was on that one exclusively all day, especially Facebook back in the day. Well, a couple of years ago. But if you did not post to Facebook, I wasn't going to find you because I wasn't off of Facebook. I was only on there. So you need to utilize as many social media networks as possible to put yourself out there, put your music out there, share your videos once you get it, and you might get a fan. And a fan to me would be somebody that is buying your music, not just somebody who's going to like your post. Like you might get one of those people because they are gravitating to what you're putting out there. But if you never put it out there, if you never share it, then if you're never joining these social media networks to be social, then they will never find you. They won't know who you are.
I got a quick question for you because I'm looking for it. How did you find that share page? All those different places to share.
It is go in your Instagram and your settings. Mm-hmm. Click on account.
Okay.
And then go down to close to the bottom where it says sharing to other apps. Click on that, and that's where they are. And you'll be able to connect them in there. Now this connects to a Facebook profile page or a Facebook fan page. I don't have a profile. I don't have a fan page anymore, so I connected this to my
what's
Facebook
app?
fan.
I'm not familiar with that app. I thought that was a phone app.
It is, but they also do status updates. And it is Facebook bought WhatsApp. So it is one of Facebook's way of being able to spread their message or propaganda. I don't know I wouldn't call it that. It's just another resource for you to have.
So would you be on WhatsApp?
I should be on WhatsApp, but I have not connected.
WhatsApp. Is it effective? What would
no, there's nowhere you shouldn't be. If it's a social media network and you can get on it, get on it. I'm a firm believer of if it's out there, get on it. Because one, you need to protect your brand. And I'm at one point, and I had screenshots at one point, but Hip Hop Encounter was on every single social media network that existed that I could join. Because I was doing it to protect the brand. I didn't want somebody to get on there and steal my handle. Then I got to be the real Hip Hop Encounter or the other Hip Hop Encounter or Hip Hop _ Encounter. I didn't want to do that. So artists need to be doing it just to protect their brand so that no one else is getting on there to pretend to be them or to start stealing. Because I've seen, where people will log in and create a fake account. And then they were like, oh, yeah, I'm the real Vic XL. This is my page. They just go and copy your other stuff. And now they're soliciting for money. Or, you want to open up for this show, send me $100, send it to Cash App. It's a way to protect you and your brand from these type of incidents happening. And they happen traditionally in hip hop weekly.
Okay. I was just wondering, because I just thought WhatsApp was just a form of messaging.
I don't know what it does from here. So I didn't try to connect it to it because I didn't know that it was one of the places you could connect in Instagram. But I'm still not going to connect to it because I'm not a brand. Country Report is, but Fletcher Batts isn't. Spank is not. I'm not going to connect to it. But I'm not saying if any of you guys that are out there should not. You should definitely connect to anything that is on there, especially in here. Because Instagram needs to be one of your main promotional vehicles. Because in country rap, we are very visual based. Videos and pictures are paramount for promotion. So connect your Instagram and start using it a little more. Matter of fact, when we jumped on to record, I saw where Stormy Lee had went live. I jumped on the live just to say hello and I'll come back. But use those things as your promotional tools. Get on social media.
Are you on Tumblr?
Yeah. It's under Hip Hop Encounter, but yeah.
Is Tumblr, you post pics and...
Tumblr used to be a very thick porn site, bro. Like they used to do like 10 to 15 second promotions from porn throughout the industry, and I think they killed it a couple of years ago. But that is how Tumblr got started and got very famous.
Really?
Yes.
All right. Well, you guys definitely everywhere. When I sign up on. I'm afraid that I'm gonna run out of storage because I have so many apps that I don't use. Mm-hmm. But yes, I'll be trying to protect the handle as well.
Definitely protect your handle. You don't want nobody else. I hate it when I see the real whatever. Like, damn, you was late to the party when So.
All right, man. I think we just covered some ground. It's a short episode, but we definitely covered some important things.
Yes.
All right, everybody, please. Go to, I was about to say two things at once. Go to countryrapreport.com. We have a petition on there. To make country rap an official genre. Please go sign the petition. If you care about this genre as an artist, as a fan, sign the petition. It's absolutely free to sign the petition. Share the petition to your site, to fan sites, groups that support the genre. Let's make this a genre on the DSPs.
Yes.
You want to go to Spotify, just type in country rap and everything pops up.
Yes.
You want to go.
Not 100 random playlists that have.
Yeah.
No.
So please tell a friend and tell a friend. Go to countryrapreport.com, sign the petition. All right. Also, if y'all want to know about Country Rap Report merch, it's right there, countryrapreport.com. And if you want to become a member of the gang, when we're premiering Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 10 a.m.,
gang,
become a member of the gang. All right. Once we get X amount of members, we will start doing monthly giveaways.
Dope.
So be part of the gang. But right now, you can get you a custom sticker or get you a gang sticker or just whatever type of sticker you choose. And y'all do me a favor. As this episode's in, y'all please drop the 100s for Heather, who does everything and makes everything so professional and tight. Drop the 100s for Heather, please. All right? That's all I got. But again, visit countryrapreport.com. All right? It's your boy, Vic XL.
It's your dude, Spank.
Until next time, y'all, be blessed. Peace.
Peace.